Hello and welcome back to my channel. For most months, I like to offer a $5 pattern in my Etsy shop of one of my quilt patterns. For this month, the month of December, I have chosen the summer weekend pattern, and you can see it here behind me. In previous months, I've often shared this information just on Instagram or over on my blog and just shared photographs of the quilt there, but I thought it would be fun to show the quilt in video format so that you can get a little bit of a better look at it. Now, I will still be sharing the information on my blog. Additionally, I will be sharing recolorings of the quilt in fabric collections that are currently available so that you can see what the quilt would look like. The fabrics that I have used here are from my Sun-Washed fabric collection. Sun-Washed will be in shops in the beginning of 2023, but the pattern is available now. This quilt is a layer cake plus a charm pack friendly quilt. You will need one of each, and you do want to use the same fabric collection for each pre-cut. So for this, I used a layer cake of Sun-Washed and a charm pack of Sun-Washed. Now I do want to take this quilt down and show you the blocks in a little bit more detail, talk about the backing and the binding, and of course, show you the beautiful quilting. So let's take this quilt down and we'll take a closer look. Here is what summer weekend looks like up close. Now, earlier this year, I did share a complete video of all of my new Sun-Washed quilts, so if you wanted to see the complete trunk show, I will be sure to have that linked below. But let's talk specifically about summer weekend. This quilt finishes at 64 by 76 inches, and as I mentioned earlier, you need a layer cake and a charm pack, specifically 28 squares of each of those pre-cuts. You will use a portion of them for the bigger triangles that you see here, and then you need some smaller cuts for those little smaller prints. So you can see why you would want both of those to be from the same prints. Otherwise, you would have contrasting prints instead of these larger square points. These blocks look like they are set on point, but if you look carefully at the seam around this block right here, this is the edges of the block, and you can see that this is not an on-point quilt, but rather it is a straight setting, which makes it nice and easy to piece. The quilting is a crosshatch, which I love for the traditional look of this quilt. Not all long arm quilters will do crosshatch quilting, so be sure to check with your long armor if crosshatch quilting is something that you want for your quilt. My quilter, Kayleen Perry, did a beautiful job of the crosshatch quilting for me on this summer weekend quilt. The background fabric that I chose is this little Bitty Buds print, which I love for backgrounds, and you'll see I used the same print in white, pink, and then blue for the various backgrounds of the individual blocks themselves. If we take a look at the backing, I used the large scale floral print from Sun-Washed for the backing, and I used that same Bitty Bud print in pink for the binding. And that wraps up this quick quilt share of my summer weekend quilt. This pattern is available for this month for just $5 in my Etsy shop, and I have linked to my Etsy shop in the description box below. It's available in PDF or paper pattern versions. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will catch you here again next time.